Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to I'm Not Repeating Myself podcast. I'm your host, Mike, and I hope you heard what I said the first time because I'm not repeating myself. Glad everybody could be with me on this good Monday. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe on SoundCloud, Apple, Spotify, and on YouTube. I'm on TikTok at I'm Not Repeating Myself Pod, and I'm also on Instagram at I'm Not Repeating Myself Pod. Hope everybody had a good weekend, man. Hope everybody had a good 4th of July weekend. Hey, man, this year's blowing by, man. We on the back end. We on the back end. It's about to be third quarter, man. It's about to be third quarter. But y'all know my motto, man. Once September get here, year's over. That'd be 2 months. We less than 2 months away from September, man. This shit is blowing by. But again, hopefully everybody had a good 4th of July weekend. You got a good reset. You probably at work right now listening to me. I appreciate it. We go ahead and jump right into this shit, man. BET Awards recap. First of all, shout out to Drewski, man. Drewski did an amazing job being the host of the BET Awards, man. It was definitely a good vibe. All his jokes pretty much landed. I like the skits he incorporated out the gates. He did the church skit on the entrance, which was perfect. It made sense. Like it made sense for him to come in and do that theme, through that entrance. Like it was very dope to see Drewski do that, man. Definitely had the crowd going. Again, all his jokes landed. I think they did a good job of incorporating how can I say uh hosts that came from the internet who got their build off the internet. I think we're gonna start seeing a lot more of that as the years go on because previous years they pretty much had hosts who have done it before or stand up comedians who have done it before. But I think this would be I think Drewski kind of opened the door for us to have more hosts that come from the skit background. I think it worked. I think a lot of people was probably thinking, I don't know, like he don't really do true like stand up comedy. It's just a skit. So how's that going to work, man? All them shit worked, man. All them shit worked. I was fucking with it. Drewski did a great job, and he felt he looked very comfortable. He looked very comfortable up there. That's another thing because a lot of the times somebody who's not familiar with that environment and hosting, because we never seen Drewski host anything before. So when he got the nod, I'm pretty sure it was like this new venture for him. But he killed that shit. He killed that shit, man. Salute to Drewski. I'm looking forward to see who they got going forward. But this definitely opens the door for the comedians who came up through the skits online, man. So salute to Drewski for that. As far as the performances, dope performances, man. Ti did his thing out the gates, doing top back then, of course, doing this big hit. Of course, shout out to Kaylani, she did her thing too. The D'Angelo tribute, man. Salute, man. Everybody pretty much did their thing. Every everybody pretty much did their thing. Had his original band up there, the Vanguard. Salute to his kids. They came out and pretty much set the whole performance up. Ari Lennox did her thing. Uh, Bernard Denard, if I'm saying that correctly, if I mixed the name up, my bad. Um, who else performed? I think it was BJ the Chicago Kid. He was up there as well. Dope tribute, man. Dope tribute, man. Salute and RIP to D'Angelo. I still can't believe it'll be almost a year since he passed. I think he passed last year, October. So yeah, man, that was yeah, man, that's crazy. But they definitely got the right people to perform and do that performance. Let me see exactly who did that because I want to make sure I get everybody right. Ari Lennox, Ray, George Clinton, Duran Bernard, and BJ the Chicago Kid. So those are the people who did the D'Angelo performance, man. They did a great job. They did a great job. Again, had his original band up there, the Vanguard, and his kids again introducing the performance, man. So RP to D'Angelo. Salute to everybody who did their thing, man. BJ the Chicago Kid killed that shit. Ari Lennox, again, George Clinton, Duran Bernard, he killed that as well. Everybody did their thing. Everybody did their thing. Who else? Any other performances I'm missing? Oh, of course, can't forget the great Lauren Hill. Lauren Hill, of course, she got the Lifetime Achievement Award, and she went up there. She performed X Factor, arguably her greatest song ever. So salute to Lauren Hill for that as well, man. Just an icon, living legend, and for her again, for Lauren Hill to almost 30 years since that album came out and it's still standing the test of time speaks to just her talent and the time and effort she put into that album. Timeless album, of course, Miseducation of Lauryn Hill still stands the time even till this day, and it will forever live on. So it was dope to see Lauryn Hill on that stage, man, and giving us that performance. You get what I'm saying? So that was real. That was real dope to see. And it's also dope to see like the younger generation really, understand why the previous generation holds so tightly onto that album like they do, man. Just a great body of work. Great body of work. Never thought that we would only get one album from her, but hey, she's still living off that album till this day. So I ain't mad at it, man. I ain't mad at it. So getting into some of the winners that we had. Getting into some of the winners. So we're gonna start off album of the year. Album of the year, excuse me, went to Let God Sort 'Em Out by the Clips. Well deserved. The other nominees was Am I the Drama, Cardi B, Don't Tap the Glass, Tyler the Creator, Everything Is a Lot, Wale, Heart Soul Separately, Mariah the Scientist, Mutt Deluxe, Leon Thomas, The Fall Off, J. Cole, The Romantic, Bruno Mars. Best Female Pop Artist, the nominees were Ari Lennox, Coco Jones, Ella Mai, Jill Scott, Kalani, Mariah the Scientist, Olivia Dean, SZA, Timms. Winner was Kehlani. Best Male R&B Artist, Brent Faiyaz, Bruno Mars, Bryson Tiller, Chris Brown, Duran Bernard, Giveon, Leon Thomas, October London, Usher. Winner Leon Thomas. Y'all know I've been praising Leon Thomas ever since I started this podcast, even previously. Well deserved. This man has had a great 2025. He's had a dope 2026 this year as well as far as features. He's been doing his thing. Salute to Leon Thomas, man. Gave us a classic album with Mutt. Best Female Hip Hop Artist, Cardi B, Coi Leray, Doechii, Doja Cat, Glorilla, Lotto, Megan Thee Stallion, Mona Leo, YK Nice. The winner was Cardi B. Best Male Hip Hop Artist, ASAP Rocky, Baby Keem, Big X The Plug, The Baby, Don Toliver, Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, T.I. The winner was Kendrick Lamar. Now, there was a lot of conversation surrounding Kendrick Lamar and how he won this, and he didn't really put out nothing in 2025, and all this other stuff. And there was some confusion. A lot of people think that, they base it off of 2026. You got to think we're only 6 months into the year. So, doing my proper research just to be sure, but I already kind of knew it too. They give the award based off of what you did 2025. So, 2026 BET Awards is based on what you did 2025. Now, GNX did come out November 2024. So, technically, that would kind of count for the 2025 year. You already know how I feel about that album. I think the album was a classic. It deserved all awards. I had it winning Best Rap Album at the Grammys. It took home that. Then you got to account for his award show. You got to, account for his tour, excuse me. His tour is one of the highest grossing tours all time. Killed this thing with that. So Kendrick Lamar was very deserving of Best Male Hip Hop Artist at the BET Awards. Just wanted to clear that up because there was a lot of confusion in terms of how he can deserve that award. And I felt like he was well deserving of that award based off the criteria. Best Group, 41 Clips, De La Soul, Flow, French Montana and Max B, Metro Boomin, DJ Spins, Nas and DJ Premier, Terrence Martin and Kenyon Dixon, WizKid and Asake. Winner went to the Clips, of course. Again, salute to the Clips. Had a dope 2025, man. Well deserved. Well deserved. Best collaboration, Chains and Wits with Clips and Kendrick Lamar. Every Time remix with Cardi B, Jeezy and Lotto. Go Girl, Summer Walker. Lotto and Doja Cat. Good Flirts, Baby Keem, Kendrick Lamar, Momo Boyd. Is It a Crime, Mariah the Scientist and Kali Uchis. It Depends, a remix, Chris Brown, Bryson Tiller and Usher. Take Me Through There, Metro Boomin with Quavo, Braysky, YK Nice and DJ Spins. YGFT, Gunna and Burna Boy. Winner went to Chains and Wits with Kendrick Lamar. Well deserved. Also, just to go back, salute to French Montana and Max B too. Dope to see Max B and French Montana on that stage. Max B, just getting out. And he said he was going to get to work, and that's what he's been doing. He dropped 2 albums since he's been out. Had a dope song that's been charting. Did his thing on the BET Awards stage. So salute to Max B, man. Great to see him doing this thing, man. Y'all know how I feel about Max B. Best New Artist, Billy Gang, Kusha 10, Destin Conrad, J. Don, K1, Miles Minnick, Mona Leo, Olivia Dean, Ray Trap Dicky. Winner went to Olivia Dean. And Video of the Year 100, Ella Mai, Anxiety, Doechii, Burning Blue, Mariah Scientist, Chanel, Tyler, Escape Room, Tiana Taylor. Folded Kalani, let him know T.I. Luther, Kendrick Lamar, SZA. Winner went to Folded Kalani. And also salute to Tiana Taylor. She got the Icon Living Award. Salute to her as well. Yeah, so that's pretty much it as far as the awards and everything that went on in terms of that. The BET Awards also was also the highest viewed uh award show since 2019. So again, salute to Drewski. Again, I know a lot of people was probably questioning it prior to going in, but honestly, I thought he was gonna kill that shit, man. Again, all his skits, him coming from the skit, his background with skits and incorporating that into the BT Awards, he did a great job with it, man. I love the introduction. Him doing the church skit as an introduction was fitting. It worked. Like it just made sense. So everything that he did pretty much worked. I didn't have really no issues with him hosting. I think it kind of opened the door for potentially other, comedians who come from the skit background to potentially host in the future. But salute to Drewski, man. Hey, and like they said, it's the highest viewed since 2019. So salute to Drewski. He had a big hand in that. Salute to him, man. He did his thing. Uh Next up, what we got up next? So Bow Wow. Salute to Bow Wow, man. Bow Wow is another living legend. I think one day we're gonna have to get him to do give him the living legend award, or the BET lifetime achievement award. Bow Wow's a legend, man. Bow Wow's a legend. Bow Wow touched down in about, what was that, 98, 99? I remember when I first heard Bow Wow, it was Bounce With Me off the Big Mama soundtrack, and he had the video. And Bow Wow really embodied the child rapper. He wasn't a child trying to be an adult. No, he was rapping about kid shit. You get what I'm saying? I felt like we haven't had a true kid rapper since that time frame. Like from 99 to like 03, 05, when the kid rapper was coming up, Bow Wow, Lil Romeo, all them, like really just embodying what a kid was into. Like video games, being fly, middle school, all the girls, the puppy love type shit. Like Bow Wow really embodied what it meant to be a real kid rapper, man. Just see him be damn near 40 years old now. It's fucking crazy, man. But he had his tiny desk. I think he had the first tiny desk to go to air live on TV. And he performed Out of My System, Fresh as I'm Is, Shorty Like Mine, Bounce With Me, Let Me Hold You Like You. Of course, Bow Wow could go on and on and on. He got hits for days, man. So I want to give Bow Wow his flowers, man, because he's a living legend, man. And Bow Wow sometimes he get a little jokes. He get his little jokes here and there, but we can't take away what he did to the rap game, man. Like Bow Wow definitely, put his imprint, and he was here for a long time. Like Bow Wow was running it up all the way up until about probably like '09, '10, as far as like a consistency factor. He was, collaborating with other groups, B2K, of course, or Marion. They had that big hit, Let Me Hold You. That was a banger in '05. That was a serious banger in '05, man. So salute to Bow Wow, man. He came in the game, touchdown early, man, and got busy, man. So salute to Bow Wow for that. So next up, I want to talk about my GOAT, man. My GOAT, Lil Wayne. So Lil Wayne, he was on DJ Drama podcast. Salute to DJ Drama, man. I didn't even know he had a podcast. And he was talking about, of course, DJ Drama had to ask him about the whole versus thing and how Lil Wayne would fare on that stage. And, of course, we've always had the conversation in terms of who we would like to see, who we think we would go up against, that whole nine. So Lil Wayne was able to sit down with DJ Drama, and DJ Drama asked him about it. So this is what Lil Wayne had to say.
Come up in versus conversations at various times.
Yeah, I heard about that. I told you, only thing I thought made sense if I was being involved in it would be, either or album Wayne versus mixtape Wayne, album Wayne or mixtape Wayne versus feature Wayne or something like that. So I got too much material.
Wayne versus Wayne.
Wayne versus Wayne, because it's not that there's no artist that can stand. It's just that I'm too competitive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and I wouldn't want to embarrass no one. And if I am competing against whoever I'm competing against, I will embarrass you. I don't want to embarrass no one.
Yeah, that'd be kind of scary.
And this thing that we do, this music thing, man, you can if it's the wrong type of situation on that versus, you can end their careers. You know what I mean? You can end their careers, and that's what I would do. And I don't. Who wants to do that? I don't want to be that guy. Yeah, so I end Lil Wayne, the feature Wayne career, and with the album Wayne, something like that. I do that.
So Wayne said he will embarrass niggas. So I've had my commentary on verses before. You already know Wayne is my GOAT, but there's only probably one or two rappers that I feel like would beat Lil Wayne in the verses, and that's Kanye West and Jay-Z. Other than that, I'm picking Wayne against anybody else. I'm picking Wayne against anybody else. Niggas will probably say, "Oh, he gonna forget his lyrics and he ain't a good performer and all that." I'm not really trying to hear that shit, man. I think if it really came down to it and Wayne had preparation, he's gonna get busy on that stage. He's not just gonna go up there and do. And Wayne has had good performances. Like, I think that's just been a bullshit narrative, honestly. I think all that really stemmed from the Super Bowl, and I really gonna dive back into that, even though I don't think he deserved to get it. Kendrick Lamar deserved it. Cool. Uh, but I think if he got up there and he had a opponent that he felt like he really had to get busy with, and he respected, and he went up there to do damage, he would get busy. Like, we don't know the guy. He could pick either bag, mixtape, album. If he was smart, he would incorporate both sides, the album and the mixtape. I would love to see more so the mixtape Wayne, but Wayne got a lot of shit on the album side too. So especially in between that Carter 1, Carter 3 time frame, man, it would just be endless features. Oh my God, who he would bring out for the features. But I wouldn't want him to get too feature heavy. It's just he just got so much shit that he could get into. Just rapping over other niggas shit. I would love to see him personally rap like Top Bag Remix, Sky's the Limit. You get what I'm saying? Those What I Got. That's my personal favorite Wayne freestyle from the Drought 3, of course. But I'm outside of Kanye and Jay-Z, I'm picking Lil Wayne against anybody. Anybody on the verse stage. Anybody. Like, that's just how it is. That's just what it's gonna be. I think over time, man, when you got that so much work like that, and somebody was to really sit down and go, it's like, nah, this nigga is regarded as the GOAT and a GOAT for a lot of people. Like, Wayne is my GOAT. And he's a GOAT specifically from that '05 to '09 time frame. Like, just even the work that he got with Drake. Oh man, it's crazy. Him and Drake just got shit that it would be dope to see him and Drake on the stage as well too. Like, if he was to bring out any features, like, we haven't really seen Wayne and Drake together on a stage in a very long time. So that'd be really dope to see. Uh but just him by himself, if we just talking about records by himself, Wayne 100% can hold his own. I think Wayne hears the rumblings also. I think he be hearing them rumblings also in terms of people say, oh, he be fucking up on stage, he can't get busy and all this other shit. Nah, I think Wayne would really lock in and really get busy in terms of delivering adult verses. But you know how the verses be going sometimes, man. A lot of that shit be ego involved, man. A lot of people feel like it ain't worth their time, it ain't worth their money. I think a lot of the times people forget when verses started, man. It was started during COVID when we really had nothing to do. We was in the house, and we really just wanted to celebrate the culture. And I think throughout time, people just felt like since we've been back outside, we don't really have to worry about staying in the house no more. They don't really see the value in it. And for me, the foundation of verses is always just celebrating the culture, man. Like, that's really what it's about, just celebrating the culture. If rappers really just looked at it from that standpoint, I think they would actually enjoy it, have a good time. But a lot of it's not really so much like the R&B artists be willing to do it. The R&B artists be willing to do it. It's the rappers, man. It's just some rappers' egos, man. They just can't see themselves being on that stage, man. I don't get it. I think that shit whack. But the culture, man. Sometimes that's how that shit be, man. But it would be dope to see Wayne on that stage, man. And it would have to be against a heavy hitter. I would love to see him versus Jay-Z. I don't think it would ever happen. If they was to do a Drake and Wayne versus like how they did a theme tour some years back, that'd be dope to see. I'm hearing some people say T.I. I'm picking Wayne versus T.I. all day. Um, who else hasn't been on the stage yet? We haven't had Future. I don't like a Wayne and Future matchup. I just don't like that matchup. We haven't seen Future on the stage yet. We haven't seen Meek on the stage yet. We haven't seen Game on the stage yet. There's just been some dope niggas. We haven't seen T.I., of course, again, but he already said he probably wouldn't do it. 50, he'll never do it. So yeah, man. I'm with Wayne on that, man. I think he embarrasses a lot of niggas, new or old, don't matter, especially from his time frame. Kanye West I think is the only one who would leave a versus stage undefeated. That's the only one. And again, Jay-Z. Those are the only two that I would be like, you know what? Yeah, it'd be a long day for Wayne. I think, of course, I think it'd be more of a classic matchup than a wash than anything. But if I had to pick a winner, it'd be those two. Other than that, man, he getting the rest of y'all niggas out of here, man. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear shit. I'm not hearing the performance aspect. Oh, this ain't this. Da da da. Da. Nah, I don't want to hear shit. We haven't seen Kendrick. We haven't seen Kendrick on the versus stage, but Cole on the versus stage, like that whole era. Wale, I think Wale be a formidable opponent against some people on a not against Wayne, of course, but that blog era rappers, them niggas need to get on the stage. The blog era rappers, them niggas need to get on the versus stage. Wiz, J. Cole, Drake, Kendrick, Wale, all them niggas, man. All them niggas from that blog era, they need to get on that stage, man. That'd be dope to see. Big Sean he definitely could get on the stage. I wonder who he would go up against. But it'd be dope to see, man. I'm ready to see what would be the next rap matchup. What would be the next rap matchup? So that's all I pretty much got for that. So next up, Floyd Mayweather, excuse me, finally addresses the broke rumors. He had to sit down with Camron on Camron's talk with Flea. He was actually at his gym. Uh, what was that? Let me see. That was Friday that interview dropped. So Floyd Mayweather, of course, addressed all the rumors surrounding him being broke and what he got going on with the lawsuit. So I'm gonna go ahead and play. I'm not gonna play the whole clip, but I'm gonna play a little bit of what Floyd had to say in terms of that.
Saying you doing this just cause of the money. Is it just cause money or just what you want to do?
Well, as you know, I mean, nobody has taken none of my properties away from me.
Right.
So I still got all my houses. I still got everything. My mother, and my whole family, they bills still paid.
Right.
I still pay all my employees.
So is it true? One more question. I'm gonna let you finish.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the paper.
No.
Let's go back to the paper.
Right.
I was thinking about something, right?
Yep. You doing, baby?
And a lot of times. Hold on. Let me film. Okay, so check this out.
Yep.
Now, when you really think about this, right? We got our people, meaning the black community.
Yep.
These people have been paying money for years to come see me fight.
Yep.
These people will pull equity out of their house, bet their life savings, and they bet it on Floyd because I've proved that I'm 100% when I get in that ring.
Right.
Okay, so they bet their life savings on Floyd Mayweather every time because they believe in me, right? And they rooting because they want to see me win. And then after they go home and they got everything they want, they praying on my downfall.
Facts.
They praying on my downfall. So, yeah, we don't want to see Floyd with nothing.
Right.
And so, I mean, and in due time, a lot of times they say, oh, it's this lawsuit, it's that lawsuit. One thing about me, whoever I get involved with, as far as with business, I get myself out of the situation.
Okay.
One thing we're not going to do is go out there and go point fingers. Oh, this person got me in that. As a man, if me and you doing business and things don't go right, and if me and you sit down and communicate and try to iron things out, if we can't iron things out, then it's best that we go our separate ways. It's just like a divorce.
Right.
And if a man and a woman been married, just say 30 years.
Yeah.
It's going to take a lot of unraveling.
Right.
So even like, when they talking about these different cases, oh, it's this, it's that. One thing about it, it's not me.
Okay.
It's not me.
Right.
But one thing I'm not, I'm the main face.
Yes, sir.
I'm the biggest name.
Absolutely.
So with me being the main face and the biggest name, who they going to point the finger at?
You.
Okay.
There you go.
So it's no different from when you hear stuff like, a jeweler, they told me that a jeweler, because remember, I ain't got social media on my phone.
Right.
I'm too focused on, like I said, building generational wealth. Just like a lot of time, I be jumping subjects, but just like when people, Oh, why Floyd doing this? Why Floyd doing that? Man, listen, I'm not in nobody else's business. One thing about me, I stay in my own business.
So that's pretty much the gist of what he was saying. I want to read this. This is what I was trying to find earlier, real quick, before I got a little sidetracked. I wanted to find that post that he put up in terms of just addressing everything. Let me go ahead. Good press, bad press, facts and fiction. Pick your poison. Every headline keeps my name in circulation and everything in motion. I appreciate it all. Keep the press coming. Lies and negative news always travel faster than the truth. That's just the way things work. Unhappy people love bad news. I love stories they think are gonna tear the strongest creature on earth down, a black man. At the end of the day, my name staying in the media is still my name staying in the media. Attention is attention. People keep talking, people keep watching, and the attention keeps generating opportunities. I'm focused on what I've been focused on, family, generational wealth, and staying out of other people's business that's not my own. So please keep posting more blogs, more lives, free promotion. I gladly welcome every line. So I've spoken about this on before. Recently, the last time I spoke about Floyd is the lawsuits and everything that was within it. And I said there needs to be some level of accountability for Floyd in terms of, some of the things that he got mixed up in terms of the bad business deals that went left. There is a level of accountability that he needs to have with that. Just certain things, just blindly handing money over to certain people and all that. True indeed. But also just in terms of the broke conversation, because that's the one that's really been dominating, And recently the Floyd and Manny Pacquiao fight just got suspended indefinitely. But people just this thing about Floyd being broke has been a thing for 10 plus years now. Might even be 15. Like, just because of the way that he brags, the way he splurges, the way he flaunts his bread and cash, $1 million of cash, $2 million of cash, all the watches. This watch costs 18 million, all this whole bunch of thing. So people are saying he's broke because of what he flaunts. But there's really no evidence behind him being broke. Like he said in the clip, like, he still employs his employees. All his businesses are still open. Like his, he ain't got no cars repossessed, no homes repossessed. Those are real signs of somebody being broke. And this is not me caping for Floyd. I promise you it's not. Because again, some of those lawsuits, what I found in those lawsuits, there needs to be some level of accountability for him in terms of that. But just in terms of the broke aspect, I just never seen it. Not filing for bankruptcy, none of that shit. So people are saying that he's broke because he simply is flaunting his wealth. And that's not enough for me to move. And fact remains, there seems to be a want to for people to want to see him broke because he flaunts. But that's been a thing in black culture for decades. Rappers doing it, athletes doing it. Like, people just flaunting their wealth. And y'all don't call nobody else broke. Y'all call people broke when you have real evidence of somebody being broke. Not because Floyd is flaunting his wealth. Like, there's just no signs of it. If he was losing his homes, losing his cars, businesses being shut down, okay, cool. But the real thing is people just want to see him broke because of the way that he flaunts. And I think that shit kind of whack, man. I think that shit kind of whack. People are saying now that he's broke because of the Floyd and Manny Pacquiao fight got suspended indefinitely. Well, when the fight got announced, y'all said he was broke. So it's a lose-lose. It's a lose-lose. I've never really seen an athlete, a black athlete at that, where people really wanted to see somebody be down bad more than Floyd. I just never seen that. Of course, I don't agree with everything that Floyd does. I'm just speaking in terms of what he's done in boxing. Like, him as an athlete. Okay, cool. Yeah, he flaunts his wealth. Like, that's what he does. But he ain't the only one, and he ain't going to be the last one to do that. But for him specifically, it seems to be a want to. Man, this nigga got to be down bad. I can't wait to see this nigga be down bad. I want to see him, bro. Like, him being undefeated. There was a time, man, I can't wait to see this nigga lose. But when you great, man, I guess that just comes with the territory, man. That shit just come with the territory. But if you want to call somebody broke, bro, just have some facts behind that shit, man. That really just be my thing. That really just be my thing. If you going to call somebody broke, bro, at least just have some proof of it. And there's never really been no proof. Never really been no proof. And we all know. We see documents of it. We see documents. Somebody going to babe rub. They lose this. They lose that. We seen it with athletes throughout the whole time period. Them losing their houses, their mama houses. Them having to go get some even having to go get a real 9-to-5 job because they can't live the lifestyle that they lived previously. Paternity lawsuits, child support, getting arrested for this, the whole nine. I've never seen that with Floyd. I just never seen it. So unless I see it, then yes, I can factually get on here and say, hey, yeah, he should have did this better. He should have did that better. But like he said, he's still paying people. Businesses is still up and running. Like, yeah, you've had any rich person that's had some bad deals. They've had some lawsuits against other people for shit going bad, people mismanaging money, shit like that. It hasn't happened for everybody, but it has happened for some rich people. So unless their day comes up that he's losing this and losing that, I just don't see it, man. But honestly, I don't even want to see a Floyd and Manny Pacquiao fight in 2026. Of course, I would have watched it just for the shits and giggles, but it's 2026. We got it in 2015 when we really should have got it in '09. That's when we really should have got it, '08, '09, when they was at their peak. But I ain't really trying to see it. I ain't really trying to see it in 2026. So if it gets back up and running, cool. If not, hey, I ain't hurt neither. So moving on. We got to talk about some NBA shit. So NBA free agency is officially here. Which one do I want to start off with first? Man? Let me see. Let me go ahead and get John Morant out the way, man. So John Morant, I think that was one of the first ones that came down. So John Morant got traded to the Portland Trail Blazers in exchange for Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray. No draft picks weren't included in the deal. Morant joins Portland backcourt that already features Damian Lillard and Drew Holiday. John Morant has 2 years and $82 million left on his current contract. Joe Cronin made a buy low move for a former number 2 overall pick, hoping to inject more playmaking into a roster that finished with a 42-40 record. The move marks a complete reset for Memphis, of course. Desmond Bane was a cornerstone, Jaren Jackson Jr., John Morant. I think this is a good move for John Morant. He just needs a new reset. New city, new surroundings, everything. We all know what John Morant has been in the headlines for over the last couple of years. It's been more so off-court shit versus the basketball shit. He hasn't been playing as much. He's been dealing with a couple of injuries here and there. But I haven't closed the door completely on John Morant. I still think he can get busy. Of course, he hasn't had the heights that he's had since 2022, around 2023 time frame. They haven't really been in the playoffs making noise since the 2022 time frame. But I still think John Morant still holds some value. Again, I still think he could go out here and get busy and do his thing. Last year, he only averaged like 19 points. I think, he only played 20 games. The year before that, he played 50 games. 2023, 2024, he played 9 games. 2022, 2023 was the last time he really played a lot of games. He played 61 games, averaged 26 points. So I think with John Morant overall, man, I think this is a time to really sit back and realize John Morant is 26 now? Let me see. John Morant is 26 years old. He's a 2-time NBA All-Star 2022, 2023, All-NBA 2022, Rookie of the Year. So, he hasn't really been impactful since the 2023 season. That was the last time he played. He only played 50 games that year. Again, he averaged 26 that year. The last couple years, again, he's only played, I think, a total of, like 79 games. He played 9 games 2023, 2024, 50 games 2024, 2025, and he played 20 games this year, dealing with those injuries. So it is time for John Morant to lock in, get busy. Again, he will be 27 this year, but I do think that John Morant still has his abilities. I haven't completely shut the door on him yet. This would be year 8 going on for him. It's crazy. That nigga it seemed like yesterday he was just drafted. But I do think in Portland, individual-wise, he can still get busy. I'm not going to shut the door down on him yet. But this year, I will have heavy eyes on John Morant. Facts. I will have heavy eyes on him for me to really see, all right, bro, like, are you going to lock in? Are you going to get busy? Injuries aside, you have a full all season of getting healthy. Again, you only played 20 games this year, so there should be no reason he can't go out there and individually perform to the level that he was performing 2023 and 2024. So I'll be interested to see what goes on with that. Dame Lillard, I don't really think he's going to be impactful on that team, but it remains to be seen. They are coming off a 42 and 40 year, getting into the playoffs. I think they went 6 games with the Spurs. I do like Denny. I'm a big fan of Denny's game, so I'll be interested to see what that combination of him and John Morant looks like, because I do think that pairing can be promising. Do I think they'll make significant noise in the West? No, but I'm more so looking at this from an individual standpoint in terms of John Morant, because I do believe he still has high value, and I still believe he can play to a high level. I do believe he can be able to get back up into that 25 to 27 points per game range like he was doing early in his career, man. So it remains to be seen. And I just want to see him hoop, man. At the end of the day, I just want to see everybody hoop. I want to see John Morant hoop, especially when he got to a height that he was at before, man. So I'll be interested to see what goes on with that. Next up, next trade on the docket. Kawhi Leonard. So Kawhi Leonard was traded back to the Toronto Raptors, where he won their only championship, for Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, 2 unprotected first-round picks, a 2027 first-round pick swap, and 2 second-round picks. Now, this right here is kind of... I didn't think Kawhi Leonard would go back to Toronto, but apparently he liked the life that he was living when he was there. Of course, he's from LA, so that's why he chose to go to the Clippers in 2019. Kawhi Leonard is coming off of 28 points per game, 50% from the floor, 38% from three-point. He played 65 games, so he was healthy, and he was performing from an individual standpoint. I think he made all NBA second or third. So Kawhi Leonard is coming off an all NBA caliber season at 34 years old. He'll be 35 when the season starts. I don't think the Raptors are going to make any noise from a team aspect. I'm not really a big fan of Scotty Barnes. But with Kawhi Leonard there, hey, they could shake some shit up in the East. They could be like a 8 to 6 seeded team, maybe somewhere in between there. But of course, this is just a move for Kawhi to ride off in the sunset. I don't really see nothing major coming behind this. I don't think they'll be contenders. I don't think they'll make any noise in the first round of the playoffs. I think there'll be a first round exit. But this was clearly just a, ride off in the sunset move for Kawhi Leonard. Dope to see him do that. Of course, he brought them their only championship. But I still think Kawhi Leonard individually is still played at a high level. They still got who was the PG that got hurt? I can't think of his name right now. But, the Toronto Raptors, they could be a 40 to 43 win team, somewhere in between there. But salute to Kawhi Leonard, man. To see him back in Toronto, of course, bringing them their only championship. And, of course, he'll get his jersey retired, So this definitely was a retirement move in terms of that. Next up, let's talk about it, man. Jaylen Brown to the motherfucking Philadelphia 76ers. Now, this shit here is fucking crazy. The Boston Celtics traded Jaylen Brown to the Sixers in exchange for Paul George, 2 first-round picks, 2028 and 2031, and 2 second-round picks, 2028 and 2030. Now, this here is fucking insane, bruh. This shit here is insane. First of all, Paul George has been a part of some of the biggest trades in NBA history. When he got traded from Indiana to OKC, when he got traded from OKC to LA, now him going from Philly to Boston. Just Paul George has been he's been a big piece of some biggest trades in NBA history. I don't understand that shit, to be honest. Back then, maybe. Today in 2026, fuck no. But Brad Stevens he's a goofy. Brad Stevens is a complete goofy. All these years, Jaylen Brown being in trade talks, right? And for KD, AD, potentially James Harden at one point, Giannis recently, to move him for Paul George coming off an All-NBA season, Finals MVP, his highest performance year, leading the Celtics, then end how it wanted to in the first round, of course. But you only get him for a 2026 Paul George. Brad Stevens should go to hell. That doesn't make any sense. All this rumors and all him putting on the track. Now, originally I heard they wanted VJ Edgecombe in this deal along with Paul George, and the Sixers was pretty much like, nah, so he settled. There's no way you settle that. You stick to your guns. If they wasn't going to do that, you bring Jaylen Brown back. You bring that man back, bro. You don't settle for just a 2026 Paul George. Are you crazy? This is not 2019, bro. This is not 2019. You couldn't get VJ Edgecombe in this deal. You couldn't get VJ Edgecombe in this deal. So, Brad Stevens, this was one of the worst trades ever. This is up there with the Luka trade. There's no excuse to only get that in return for an MVP candidate, all NBA Jaylen Brown. That just does not make sense, especially at 29 years old. In his prime. Ridiculous, bro. You basically gave this man away for nothing. Brad Stevens, go to hell. But in terms of this trade, man, I think this is gonna be a great move in terms of the Sixers. Because of course I have to bring the if Joel Embiid is healthy. But again, that continues to be a thing around Joel Embiid. If. Enough with the ifs. Do I think Joel Embiid to be impactful for this team? No, I do not. And that's just, I can't depend on him to be on the floor. Now, do I think the combination of VJ Edgecombe, Tyrese Maxey, and Jaylen Brown could be a thing? 100%. 100%. Now, Joel Embiid is there. Yes, they could make some noise. But again, I just can't depend on him. Now, another reason why I don't like this trade, because I really wanted Jaylen Brown to go to a team where he's truly the 1A. Him going here, this is Tyrese Maxey's team. I know people are going to have these conversations in terms of, I believe in 2026, 76ers team is Tyrese Maxey. He's the leader. That's who I believe is going to be leading this team. Do I believe there's going to be nights where one of the two is going to look like 100%? But I really wanted Jaylen Brown to go to a team where he's truly the 1A, so there won't be conversations and he really gets to see what it's like to be the 1A. So that's another reason why I don't like this move in turn, just from that aspect. But from a team aspect, the Sixers 100% won this trade, bro. They 100% won this. This is ridiculous, bro. This is fucking insane. Bro. I don't understand how this man can just. I don't know how he could do that. Tyrese Maxey, again, he's coming off a season where he averaged 28 points, 46% from the floor. Tyrese Maxey was getting fucking busy, man. Like, he's a great player, man. Great player, man. Just getting busy. Continue to rise each year. And I think he made all NBA this year, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look this up. Yeah, he made all NBA 13. Made all NBA, coming off a most improved in 2024, two-time All-Star. Tyrese Maxey is also 25 years old as well. So, hey, man, salute to the Sixers for basically fucking the Celtics on that trade, because that's fucking insane. So now, of course, getting to the elephant in the room, all the conversations surrounding Jaylen Brown in terms of, everything that happened after, him getting on stream again and addressing everything that he had to say in terms of the trade. Let me go ahead and play this first clip in terms of, him addressing Brad Stevens.
Sayonara, buddy. Boston, pack me up, chat. Pack your bag. Sayonara, buddy. Out of here. I will say, you know what I mean? I'm still processing everything, to be honest. Like, it's a bunch of, excitement, disappointment. It's a bunch of emotions. I'm still processing everything, so give me some time. But I'm also looking forward to what's to come next. I will say there was definitely a message being sent, and that message was received. I wasn't thrilled with the amount of respect that was showed during this process. I think there was a bit of a lack of respect. I think it was fine at one point, and then out of nowhere, things just kind of went left. I think Brad is probably getting a lot of the criticism. I wasn't thrilled the way he facilitated some of the conversations, but I definitely think there's more to it. Chat. Boston.
All right, so let me play this next clip where Jaylen Brown says this upcoming season he's going to be the villain.
Season, let's get it. You know what I mean? Hour and a half, maybe once a week. You know what I mean? If that. But they gonna turn me into the villain, and I'm gonna just embrace it. So this season, let's get it. You know what I mean? The villain is emerged. That's what y'all want me to be. Let's get it.
Shout out IT too.
All right. So again, Jaylen Brown, just in terms of this whole conversation and media and who likes him, listen, Jaylen Brown, you are not a villain. Overall, nobody hates you, bro. Nobody hates you. You have gotten a lot of support again over the years. I said this last week. The media who voted you all NBA, the media who gave you MVP votes, the media who voted you NBA Finals MVP. Had your best year, led the Celtics. Again, some accountability in terms of you blowing a 3-1 lead, but you showed your ass in Game 7. And I believe you are a 1A player, but you are not a villain. Nothing about you says villain. Throughout your whole career, you've been a good player, rose to be a great player. Off the court, never had no issues. Never really had no issues in the locker room in terms of nothing like that. None of that. All that. You're not a villain, bruh. But see, another thing that I'm tired of too. See, Jaylen Brown gets on the media, but see, that Twitter page that he retweeted the other day, he don't get on them. NBA Central. I'm talking about NBA Central. NBA Central, if you go through their Twitter page right now and you go through, just type in Jaylen Brown in the recent tweets, all of it is negative shit about Jaylen Brown. Negative shit. No positive shit. Negative shit. You know why? Fueling the narrative. This executive said this. This anonymous person said that. This GM said this. Oh, such and such said this. Anonymous and this and all this fucking bullshit that don't reflect what happened in the real world in terms of what's going on with Jaylen Brown. Highest paid. Again, all NBA, MVP votes. All this other shit. So this narrative that the media don't fuck with you. Nah, that's just some bullshit getting stirred up. And NBA Central know what they doing. But I don't see Jaylen Brown getting on that outlet about that bullshit that they pushing. But you're not a villain, bro. You're not a villain. And people not even going to believe you trying to embrace that shit. That's not you. You a cool dude. You a cool dude, bro. For most of your career, your whole career, actually, I ain't going to say most. Your whole career, you just been a cool dude. You ain't never really get into no shit. Players ain't really got no bad shit to say about you. You ain't had no run-ins with nobody. No, dog, you just been a cool, good, turning a great player. What villain role are you embracing? Why you want to be bad so bad? Why? Why is that a thing for you? Nobody's turning on you, bro. Overall, people fuck with you. People give you your props. People give you your roses. All these little art, all that shit is, like I said last week, all that little bullshit, that shit is beneath him. Because it ain't reflective in your contract and your recognition. Period. So all that villain shit, I'm not going for it, bro. I'm not doing it. And I do think he's going to get busy in Philly at the end of the day, because that's really all I care about is niggas getting busy. And I believe Jaylen Brown's going to get busy. But the villain shit, you can miss me with that, bro. I'm just not hearing that. Now, in terms of Brad Stevens, again, I said this earlier. Bro, if you was going to dangle this man out here for the names that you had him attached to, and again, just to give him away for Paul George, he deserved to lose his job behind that shit. I ain't going to lie to you. Bro. He deserves to lose his job behind that shit. That's just an inexcusable trade. It's just inexcusable, especially when you attach them to certain names, bro. That don't even make fucking sense. That don't even make sense, bro. That don't even make sense. So, again, man, this is going to be a crazy NBA season. A lot of new faces and new places. Where's LeBron James going to go? That's another thing. Where's he going to go at? This nigga need to just go ahead and go back to Cleveland, honestly, because all this build up, this is not 2010 when you was 25 years old. Just go ahead and say where you're going to go. Recently, I seen what's dog name, man, on Max Kellerman's podcast, LeBron's homeboy. I can't think of his. Oh, Rich Paul. Rich Paul recently on Max Kellerman's their podcast, drawing out best fit scenarios for where LeBron should go at. Like, bro, why? Why is that necessary? Why is that necessary? Who does that? Like, Rich Paul be doing some extra shit, bro. Like, bro, we all know you either going back to Cleveland or Miami, bro. Like, just go ahead and go back, my nigga. We all know this most likely gonna be your last year too. We don't need all this extra shit. And Rich Paul doing that on Max Kellerman podcast is just goofy. That's goofy, bro. A spade is a spade, bro. That's some goofy shit. Like, salute to LeBron. Still is a serviceable player. If he wants to win, I think the best win scenario probably would be for him in Minnesota or Denver. But if you just want to ride out into the sunset, man, just go ahead and go back to Cleveland, man. We don't need all this extra building. Again, this ain't 2010, my nigga. This ain't 2010. Am I missing anything? Oh, the Lakers. So the Lakers apparently they've been dubbed the Snowtime Lakers. Now this is crazy. Of course they just acquired Walker Kessler. They got they re-signed Austin Reeves. Of course, they still got Luka. Honestly, man, I think this is not gonna be good long term for the Lakers in terms of trying to keep Luka Doncic because you know, that's why you got him, for him to be there long term and potentially, his contract is currently a 165 million dollar, which pays him 51 million in 2026, 2027. And he has a player option for the 2028 offseason. So this was the most important offseason for the Lakers. And so far, they've been dropping the ball. LeBron is not coming back. Marcus Smart, I think he went to Houston. So if your big three is going to be Austin Reeves, Luka, and Walker Kessler, outside Luka, yeah, you ain't getting shit shaken with three white players being your best players, bro. It is what it is. I know that's been a running joke, and people have said, hey man, facts is facts. This is not the 60s, my nigga. This ain't the 50s. You ain't getting the shaking like that with them being your top three players, bro. It is what it is. Walker Kessler honestly was overpaid. He was overpaid, honestly. I don't know why Rob Pelinka has never been a good GM in my opinion. He has been able to kind of be the scapegoat, coaches, not the scapegoat. He hasn't been held accountable. The coaches have been the scapegoat for all the bullshit over the last couple years for why the Lakers are who they are. Rob Pelinka needs to be held more accountable. I don't understand what the fuck he got going on, but this roster ain't looking promising, and it's definitely not looking promising for Luka to stay past the 2027 season. That's just me being real, bro. But yeah, that's definitely been a running joke in terms of the Snowtime Lakers. That shit is hilarious, bro. Snowtime Lakers, bro. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. DeAndre Ayton got traded, but he a scrub anyway. He got traded to DC. And also, let me address this because Anthony Davis been keying and laughing at I think it was this dude on Twitter. He said something about how Rob Pelinka all of a sudden wanted to get two big men when AD was listen, AD. When the Lakers acquired you, you were the big man. You were the big man. You're not a four, my nigga. Yes, you could play the four, but you play center too. You are one of the most talented big men that ever touched down in the NBA. You are top 75 for a reason. You are arguably, in my opinion, probably top two most talented big men that ever played this game, off skill set alone. Stop acting like you can't play the center position, my nigga. Enough is enough. I'm so sick of this dude. Don't be laughing at this. This is where I'll give Rob Pelinka some grace. Don't be laughing, talking about Rob because Rob didn't bring in another big man. Bro, you were brought there to be the big man dominant center. That's why you was brung there. They don't got to put another tower next to you, dog. You are 7 foot with handle, can bang down low, get busy defensively, and can score from anywhere on the floor. Why do you need another big man next to you? Enough. I peeped that shit this week. I'm like, I'm so sick of this nigga AD, bruh. Enough. You were the big man they brought there to be dominant. Period. Embrace that shit, bruh. But again, why you think the Wizards acquired DeAndre Ayton? Because AD don't want to play the 5. Fucking ridiculous, bruh. Insane. I did peep that shit. I'm so sick of that dude, bro. Enough is enough, AD. You are way too talented to be doing this shit in 2026, bro. So what else we got, man? Oh, Norman Powell, he signed with the Bulls. I know that was kind of like a big loss for the Heat, man, but we was able to snatch him up on a 3-year deal. Was it 3-year or 2-year deal? Let me see. I think we signed him to a 2-year deal. Yeah, we signed him to a 2-year deal, $45 million deal. Norman Powell, he 33 years old, so it ain't gonna be nothing major. So what we got up next? Malik Beasley. So I remember I talked about this last year exactly. This was actually around the same time last year I spoke about this. So he was indicted on federal charges in June for allegedly participating in a sports betting scheme. Prosecutors claim he manipulated his own game stats during the 2023-2024 season to help co-conspirators win fraudulent prop bets and ease his own debts. Beasley pleaded not guilty to charges including conspiracy to commit fraud, sports bribery, and money laundering. Beasley and five other individuals, including NBA player Ed Davis, were named in the indictment unsealed in Brooklyn federal court. He was arraigned in Brooklyn federal court where he pleaded not guilty and is scheduled for a status conference in 2026 of August. Let me go ahead and play this clip from his lawyer. These niggas are hilarious, man. This is Malik Beasley attorney Jason Goldman.
Hi, Jason. Hi, Mr. Beasley. How are you feeling?
He's good. We're going to be very, very quick.
Okay.
Mr. Beasley, he looks forward to fighting, right? He's fought every day. He's presumed innocent, and that has to mean something still, obviously. There's a bigger conversation here about the industry, about individuals and institutions that are profiting billions and billions of dollars and fueling addiction, and a larger, broader conversation that needs to happen at some point. Mr. Beasley respects everyone's privacy. He wants to move on with his life. He's a professional. He obviously has wide family support, fan support, and that's all we're going to say for now. We'll address the rest in court. This is only the very beginning of things. An arrest means nothing. An indictment means nothing. And that has to mean something, right? That he's presumed innocent. Today was a formality, and we look forward to moving on with the case, all right? Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Man, listen, I spoke about this last year. I said the same thing. I don't feel bad for Malik Beasley. And based off of tape, what I've seen, I believe this nigga is guilty of these charges. It's just certain shit you can't excuse watching on film. Certain shots taken with 5 seconds left in the game, y'all up. You letting somebody blow by, checking out a game at a certain time, being the whole nine. Look, listen, this gambling shit, again, I said it because I'm not a gambling nigga. But if you're going to do it, bruh, don't let this shit take over your life, man. And if you are an NBA player, NFL player, we seen on the NFL level too with Calvin Ridley. Why? Some of these niggas is throwing away their millions for 100K, 50K, 200K, 300K. These niggas are stupid. And Malik Beasley is going to be found guilty, in my opinion. He's going to get found guilty on these charges, bro. These niggas just don't. It's ridiculous, bro, for you to throw away your NBA career for a parlay. Making millions. Now, again, when I spoke about this last year, he had some other debts going on. He had a barber bill that he wasn't paying. Like, to run up a tab on your barber is fucking crazy. Some rent that he wasn't paying at a penthouse, whatever the case may be. So he was digging himself a hole, bro. Hey, honestly, man, niggas just go get help, bro. Just go get help. Go get help. And if you an NBA player betting on games, you deserve what come for you, bro. I don't have no remorse for you, my nigga. I don't. You in a place to have life-changing money, make generational money, change your family lives, your lives included. It just doesn't make sense, man. These niggas are going to continuously just fuck themselves over, and I ain't got nothing much more for them. So I'll be interested to see how this plays out. But Malik Beasley, in my opinion, guilty. Guilty. So that's pretty much I got for all this week, man. Again, I want to thank y'all for tapping in with me, checking in with me. I can't believe I'm 61 episodes in this motherfucker, man. 61 straight weeks. That's fucking crazy, bro. Again, man, if y'all out here chasing goals, getting busy, man, continue to get busy, stay down through the highs and the lows. Don't get too high and don't get too low on yourself. Stay consistent. Don't let a bad day fuck up the progress, a bad week, or shit, even a bad month, man. Shit happens. But all in all, man, get through the storm, man, and just build up consistency, good days. A lot of times we spend too much time talking about the bad shit. Just get on a run of good shit. A good year. Like, again, I can't believe I'm on 61 straight weeks, man. Before I look up, it'll be at 100, man. This is fucking insane, but Continue to get busy, stay down, get in that gym, get y'all lazy, funky asses in that gym, and ultimately be safe. So like I say, this is I'm Not Repeating Myself podcast. I'm your host, Mike, and I hope you heard what I said the first time because I'm not repeating myself. I'm out.